Hello everyone, we're here with FOOOOD FIIIGHT Palana, and we're up against Ayla. So they're getting their cards in order. Gonna put 4 of them underneath their ID. And yeah, interesting little ID. We'll keep this. Got 2 pieces of ice. IPO nice and early, just have to get the money for it. And we're drawing into agendas nice and fast. So we'll just do a pretty boring turn. But hopefully gets us into a better position soon. Juice is wild coming out. So they're going to go for knowledge or cards. Interesting. Okay, so again, not the most traditional decks. You'd have to assume that Oracle May will come out as well. Yeah, not expecting this, but sometimes that's what happens when you play in the casual lobbies. You find more interesting decks, you find more unorthodox stuff as well, so yeah, let's see how this pans out. Unfortunately, it leaves me in no better idea as to whether or not I should bring this at the weekend. Again, this is a Thursday night game, so the tournament will have happened. I will let you know what I brought and how I got on in the comments. And basically, if I should have brought the version with Illegal Arms Factory or not. So we can rush pretty fast here. The agenda makeup. Global Retirement can cancel out Illegal Arms Factory. It can also mean that you can score 3 2-pointers and then it. But I found a lot of the time that I end up with kind of the weird mix of agendas where I have Global Food, for example, so scoring these 2 and then it doesn't do a lot for me. So we'll stick this into server 1. Hopefully they'll think it's a caprice or something. Take money and IPO. So getting rid of Levy. They're hoping this game goes long, or they're just prepared for the potential unleashed side of things. All that horribleness that comes out. And they're moneying up nice and quick as well. So we can actually try and end this game. Score that, score this, score Global Food. It's kind of the dream, but this isn't exactly the most secure of scoring remotes. Would really be banking on the side game side of things. The adaptive barrier on its own is fine. 4-3 is kind of okay, but it really becomes so good when you stack a couple of things on top of it, which is why I'm considering the other version, which will have 3 of these as opposed to 2. There is Oracle May, so they'll get themselves a bit of money every turn. And a draw at the same time. It's not bad. Indexing goes in the bin. Interesting. I don't know if you saw the noise game, but this is looking a little similar, where we just draw tons and tons of agendas. And yeah, it puts us under a lot of pressure. You'd have to assume that SMC will be one of these 4 cards if it was an option. If not, they should have found something by now. So they draw Diesel. And it begins. It will be nice that we find out what they're drawing as well. It gives us a bit more information. Test run 4. Gordian Blade. Yeah, that's going to take apart some of our servers. Maker's Eye goes as well. So they're definitely playing for the second run through this deck, it seems. So we basically have to stop them from getting that opportunity. All the multi-axis is going into the bin. Alright, let's score out our second Brain Trust. And as you can see, I have not seen Illegal Arms Factory, which has been the issue with this deck. And at 2 influence pop, it's a lot to be spending on a card that is occasionally good. Well, to be fair, it's actually good when it gets drawn and when it gets down. But trying to find the ice makeup and all that kind of stuff has been a bit more problematic. Modded, Gordian Blade. Now they can start poking around a little bit. They certainly can on the servers we have out at the moment, but you have to avoid the good old sentries of Jinteki. So we'll draw. This is not quite what I was looking for. Let's get that on R&D. Let's get some money. Because I'm very nervous of an SMC coming out very soon. I would prefer to see more than 3 pieces of ice on the board. Especially when they have so much money. Maybe there's a stray vamp somewhere. Peace in our time. So money is not an issue for either of us. And I put Chrysium on R&D, which may have been a mistake. And Paperclip. So now, side games are where we win or lose, I think. Well, that's good. It doesn't save us quite yet. Let's draw first. That's pretty good. Put this on server 1 and put this into server 1. So Paperclip will cost them 11 total between the installation and the breaking, which is fine. I mean, they're not exactly short of money. This is slightly better, but Paperclip will eat through it. Interesting. Okay, that's a clever usage of Oracle May. So you trash your disposable breakers, allowing you to call on them, and also means that you can just draw through the other stuff. That's really cool. I like that. Now I'm surprised that they haven't looked for a sentry breaker, but obviously there is a plan afoot, and that worries me. So we could install Advance and hope that side games get us there. Vamp is a real concern though. DNA Tracker is pretty good. I think we're going to actually have to ice up a little bit. So this will cost them 7, cost us 8. We have Chrysium on R&D though, so makes me less nervous about that. They have so much money. It's just silly. There we go. Shrike. And do we just go for it? Trust in the side games. Try and get them to spend a lot of money. I think we're going to have to. If they're going to vamp us, they are going to vamp us no matter what. And let's get both of these rezzed in case of like councilmen or some other craziness. So unfortunately they are beating us at every turn really when it comes to the trade-off in money. Like this is going to cost them 7, cost us 8. Chashi is going to cost them 11 the first time, and then is significantly cheaper, but still a pain to run through. There we go. Yeah. It is what I expected. But unfortunately, no Chrysium to put on HQ. Maybe I should have chilled out a bit more. And we are going to lose an agenda and be in a very bad spot. This is a 1-for-1, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, now we're in a lot of trouble. We can get friends to get these back, but this server is now very expensive for us. Mad dash. So that was exactly the turn that we feared and has set us back a long, long way. We lose all our valuable assets. We lose the 3-point agenda. Everything is pretty terrible. I think we just put Jackson in there. We don't have to shovel him back. How much money have they gone through? Piece of time, a couple of sure gambles. They still have some more. And as I say, they have another pass through the deck at the very least. Dirty laundry. Yeah, not much we can do about this. And I think we let them trash it. So, Celebrity Gift gets us a lot of money. Also puts us in a little bit of a dicey position. Now, are they going to come through for a couple of shots that won't win them the game? Let's test that, because we do need to be able to protect R&D as well. And we'll just take a singleton credit. Now, you'd have to assume there is same old things, or they play multiple levies. Juices. Of course, they're getting 4 credits at the start of every turn, which is just disgusting. So this does allow us to get to 5 points. And it means we're just reliant on a brain trust then, so I think we have to avoid the food and just hope that they don't steal the 3rd brain trust. Astrolabe, probably irrelevant. Quandary is whatever. And Chrysium, not going to do anything in this run. But it does stop the Maker's Eye. So I might even put it back this turn. And Caprice or Jackson. Data Falling goes in the bin. Apparently they're okay with just getting 4 credits a turn. So Cobra is not great for us. Let's draw 1. That's good. Or somewhat good at least. And send back Chrysium onto R&D. And suppose we'll try Caprice or Jackson. Caprice. Interdiction. I love it. I will say this is an amazing piece of art. I was hoping that the artist would sell a print of it, but no sign yet. So they're going to get in and trash our Caprice. Seems about right. They've had answers for us at every turn. And what's worse is they're going to get to their second pass of the deck very soon. Let's put this in there. It's finally arrived. Let's get credit and IPO. And this is probably where they legwork us. I think we need to try and jam a couple of things in here. Interdiction. Maybe they're not too concerned. Maybe that's why they're giving us a moment. And we do have enough for Chiashi as well. So much money again. So I think we need to go with the clone retirement and smuggling plan. Yeah, let's spend a lot of money. But they have to also spend a lot of money. So it's going to cost them 10 total now to get through this server. So if we can find a couple of things to jam in, we're not in a terrible position. We're not in a great position still, but not terrible. Could be worse. They do have enough to trash this if they want. We are unfortunately 1 credit short of resing it to use it. Now, the fun thing is, you do not get the bad publicity if they trash it when it's unresed. Because the text isn't active, it's like Maryland campaign, which doesn't get reshuffled unless it is resed. So we can turn off the current, but we'll leave ourselves very, very poor. Of course, if we don't turn off the current, we won't be able to res this on their turn. Feels bad. I think we're basically just waiting for them to levy. Try and get our money in order. And hope for the best. Okay, prepaid. Dirty laundry. Just on archives though. Just for the fact that it would get us showcasing how it's supposed to work, I am going to res this. And cue me drawing far too many cards that I cannot use. We can get rid of Cobra here, easy enough. So unfortunately when we need to score, we actually need to empty our hand a fair bit, or we'll be just chucking cards. Because you end up with 2 mandatory draws. But this will hopefully enable us to find big and beefy ice. Possibly a second Chrysium that we can put on HQ. $21 credits. So there's the levy. And it starts all over again, which means they do have a vamp. Second clone retirement doesn't do a lot for us though. Guess it's to 6, which is pretty irrelevant. So we can get this scored, and then we need to find Brain Trust and somehow keep them out. Ah yes, can res on their turn. That vamp is coming soon. There's an Isai that would have been very handy a long time ago. How does Susan work out for them? So again, they pay less than we do, which is just galling. So let's get this scored at least. Turn off that current and bin Kagugo, because I don't think they're too worried about damage. They have somehow raised 30 credits already. So the logic behind this include was to try and outpace the runner a little bit. Yeah, that was obviously a misclick, but I don't know how we fix that. Short of, hey, take 5 ideal cards into your hand. But somehow I don't think it's going to hurt them too badly. It does mean 1 less imp, but or 1 less vamp rather. What's happening? All right. So I have no idea which event is being played at the moment, but obviously they have vamp in hand. And unless we draw Crisium Grid, there's not a lot we can do about it. Unfortunately, even if we do draw Crisium Grid, there's still not a lot we could do. Okay, so the plan is to put Batty on HQ. So put this on HQ and restructure Friends back Batty. Unfortunately, they didn't know it's a Batty. Friends back Caprice to HQ, and we'll put Jackson in a new remote. Then we will res this little lady, and hopefully stop them from vamping us. So we will send back Jackson, of course. Let's go with Friends, Money, I think. Don't want to show them this hand. I think we need to wait for Brain Trust. Draw 1. That is kind of okay. We could put this in here. Take away their attention, maybe. At least get them to spend a decent chunk of money. And credit. Let's pitch the clone retirement. Because at least if they take that off us after playing interdiction or something like that, it's only 1 point. And we're going to have to let them trash the Caprice here, because this one is far more important. So we tax them 10 credits. Just 3 more useless runs like that to go, and we might be in an okay position. So send back this, send back this, and send back friends. Yeah. Although friends isn't allowing us to fake out, so it probably should have been the baddie. Just because they spent a little bit of money, they're going to gain so much more. So next turn, stick Caprice in here. Yeah, we just got to keep bombing things in here, I think. If we can get them to spend 10 credits a turn, but they're gaining 5. This is when you need a biotic labor. Or of course, an early Nisei scored would have been very, very handy as well. They do trash it. So just a couple more of those kind of turns to go. Now, if we were to friends back Batty and Caprice, where do we put each of them? Because they are perfectly willing to run through, which means we nearly need to find Brain Trust. I know. I think we're in trouble, no matter what. We need them to run through HQ, and we need the Kugugo to hit the Vamp. Could of course put Batty here, Caprice here, which gives us a one-off side game to win or lose the game, basically. And we may have to just rely on that. So we can put Caprice here with an agenda, put Batty here, res him, and hope for the best. And it is coming down to the last Brain Trust as well. Unless we install advance and just go for it. And I think that is what we have to do. Because it doesn't get any better. So install advance. We end our turn. So Caprice is going into server 1. Batty is going on HQ. And we have to res Caprice before interdiction comes down. We have to res Batty for the same reason. If they run HQ, yeah, okay, this seems good. It all comes down to this. $30 credits, we're not taxing them out. So this is the best we've got. So they are coming for HQ. 1 in 5 shot of hitting that vamp. And that's what we're banking on. Or actually, we fire it and we try and hit the DNA tracker instead. Bet you they've political operative, something like that now as well. Just to really screw us over. So end the run doesn't do anything for us here. It has to be the damage. We're going to go for 2. And we're going to hit them for damage. And we got it. We got the vamp. We got 1 vamp at least. I'm not sure how many they're playing. And now we have to hope that their 1 in 4 doesn't work. Ah! The question is, have we done enough? It's going to be 2 more side games. And we have to win both of them. Oh, they're going for... Okay, well, I suppose they only need 1 agenda, so... They might as well. Quandary does nothing for us. Crisium... Maybe they're going to go for the Maker's Eye here. Oh. Oh no, okay, we're still in it. Indexing... Oh, okay. So yeah. I don't know what's happening. I can only imagine they're freaking out on the other side. So indexing, how many agendas are it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still 3 agendas left in 14 cards. Oh wait. So the indexed. Now I'm very confused as to what's happened. Okay, so indexing would have left them... What has happened? Okay, so they ran the Trash Crisium. They played indexing. Okay, with 2 cards left, and then they played Diesel accidentally. Right, we're good. So... They kind of just have to go for 1 glorious run here. They should have 1 credit left, but they should have 1 click more as well. So that's 1 credit plus 1 click. To make sure we're both on the same page in terms of finances and all that kind of thing. And let's see what we can do. So they can't get in here again. They can't get in here again. Yeah, because to break the end run, they have to break the other ones as well. So it's kind of a crapshoot here. I think we pay 1. I honestly have no idea. We pay 1 and we'll see what happens. So normal run on R&D. Let's see what we draw. Okay, Jackson. That's fine. If it was an agenda, then they definitely should have gone for the last Hail Mary. But yeah, that was quite a game. We played to our outs though, I think. I'm pretty happy with that, but I'll probably watch back the match and be very critical of myself, as I'm sure you will be too. But hopefully you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. At least we got to see a little bit of Illegal Arms. But maybe not enough.